Today's Mark and Charity Mornings.
Mark and Charity Coffee Podcast for Monday, November the 29th, Belleville, Ontario, Canada, on Cyber Monday 2021. First one in 2005, thinking that we needed to give cyber shopping a bit of a push. You know, without that, maybe it wouldn't take off, which seems pretty darn silly that we look at it in 2021 eyes. Talked about that on the show this morning. Ahead of Giving Tuesday tomorrow, Charity's going to be back on the show and on the podcast tomorrow. We'll have Suzanne Quinlan coming up in moments to talk about the importance of Giving Tuesday to the area Gleaners Food Bank. But first, Cyber Monday today. Last year, Cyber Monday's revenue hit $10.8 billion. Two thoughts. Number one, it was the largest e-commerce day in the history of this planet. Number two, it still didn't hit expectations. Because of the pandemic, everybody assumed, at least in the retail biz, that it would get to about $12.7 billion. 10.8, nothing to sneeze at last year. But of course, part of the reason was because we couldn't get into brick and mortar stores, or certainly not as much. We weren't as comfortable. Lots played into it during the pandemic last year. Surprisingly, though, they once again detailed it hour by hour. So if last year is any indication, what will be the busiest hour today? I'm going to give you a second to think about it because I think you'll land on it. Two important factors weigh into it. Number one, can't shop while you work, so that rolls out 9 to 5. And number two, little eyeballs had better be asleep in bed. Yeah, and that's why 8 until 9 o'clock tonight should prove to be the busiest hour for Cyber Monday. Last year, during that hour, e-commerce pushed out $12 million worth of products per minute online. In fact, the last 4 hours of Cyber Monday, from 8 until midnight, accounted for 25% of the day's full revenue in the last 4 hours. Average order value, too, last year was up 17%. Shopped on average about 17% more. And small businesses, this isn't just the big box stores, so think locally as well, because a lot of area businesses here in the Quinte region have great websites and Cyber Monday deals still locally. Small businesses had an increase in sales of 500% last year. So it doesn't always mean big box stores. Look around to your favorite local retailers and check out their Cyber Monday deals today or they go into next week. So that's what's going on for this Cyber Monday. We also talked about how some parents, in fact, a lot of them, 3 out of 4, said that buying that perfect gift for their child should literally be an Olympic sport. It is that stressful. 76% agree that finding the perfect gift for their child is one of the most stressful parts of the holidays. And why? 43% of them said they've gone through a Christmas where their child was so disappointed they either cried or never quite got over the fact that Santa whiffed that year and it wasn't a great gift. Doesn't sound like that's a good thing to talk about, but gets into parents, right? Parent guilt. So they want to make sure that they get their child the right thing. To what lengths will they go? Well, 4 and 5 say they feel so guilty that they make sure they go off and talk to their child's grandparents. 81% of them say they drop hints, if not flat out give a list to grandma and grandpa about what their grandchildren would like for Christmas, or request that others buy their child a specific gift they know that they want. 74%. No hint, flat out, here it is. And 4 and 5 say that they are a tremendous gift giver. Up to 86% say that they feel very confident that they are great gift givers. And yet, a little bit of that stress and guilt continues. So that's Cyber Monday. That's what it looks like this Monday, November 29th, a big day tomorrow. We're going to talk a lot about Giving Tuesday. We're going to have Ryan Turcott on the show from the Belleville Fire Department. The Belleville Firefighters Toy Drive is in full swing. We'll let you know how you can get your toys in. And perhaps there are some areas where they need some shoring up. If it's like any other year, boys 12 to 14 always seem to be the toughest to buy for. But that's going to be with Ryan tomorrow. And also we're going to check in with Suzanne Quinlan of the Gleaners Food Bank, who talked about a big thank you from your generosity at the parade last weekend and what we need moving forward.
Yes, it was a lot of fun, and we, thanks to Ralph Neal, they brought a vehicle out for us as well in a trailer, and they actually had volunteers as well, so it was very successful, so we really appreciate it. Also on the Saturday, I want to do a shout-out to Hastings EMS workers. They were at Metro, and they raised $2,500 and over 2,000 kilograms of food.
See, now put that into perspective. How long would that food last?
Oh, that day, it might do us half a week.
Yeah.
Wow.
So as impressive as it sounds,
And it
the
does
need
sound
is
impressive.
Still great.
Yeah, once you start packing large hampers, their average weight is about 75. Could be 75 kilograms when you add all the canned goods as well as the apples and the bananas and we go on and on. But it can go out the door pretty quickly.
So here it is, Giving Tuesday then. How can people give and do it well for the Gleaners Food Bank?
Well, we always ask them if they go to their local grocery store and buy one of the bags that the stores have prepared, or they can go online at gleanersfoodbank.ca and donate. They can call here. We now have a debit machine. They can make a donation rate by making a phone call, or they can just stop by. So there's like 4 ways that they can donate. And then the ultimate, they can donate time. We need people to come and help pack hampers on Mondays and Thursdays. We have nobody in the slot, and we need people to sort food. Because all that food, once it comes, if you don't have sorters, it sits, and it sits. And so guess who gets to go out and sort for, we all tag in a couple hours a day. It doesn't matter who you are in the organization. You have to do a couple hours of sorting so that we can actually process the food so we can put it in the food hampers. So if you want to give the ultimate some time of yourself, you can do that. Now, we are here 8:30 to 4:30 at night, and we are looking at expanding those hours so the working people that are working can actually volunteer. So watch out for January 2022 it is, that we will be expanding our hours so that we can have, many people say, I'd love to volunteer for you, but I can't. I work all day, and I have the kids. I got this, that. Why can't you have evening hours? And so we are looking back at that. It probably will be opening up again Wednesday evening, and that's twofold. So in January, we'll start opening Wednesday evening, and that's for both having volunteers in, because we're open to 8:30 at night, and 6:30 to 8:30, we're open for families that are working, so they can actually come and access food, because they struggle to get food with our morning hours.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to reach out. There's a growing amount of middle class that are actually visiting food banks, and we want to make sure that we're available for them.
Yeah, and those pre-packed bags are exactly what you need, so that's almost the best way to do it. It seems almost too easy, but yet it is still the best way to do it.
Yes. So yes, and if you can do anything for us, just pick one. Pick one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, of course.
And it sounds like you've taken care of a New Year's resolution or two come January by changing your hours, so bravo.
And you did mention how more middle-class families are looking for help. I'm sure numbers in general have increased substantially over the last year.
Yes, well, last year we packed 4,635 hampers, and we've surpassed that number already this year. So, we're up about, not as high as across Canada, it's up 23%. We're up more like 12%.
Okay.
That's still a lot, though.
It
That's
is.
a lot.
It is when we have only 15 volunteers, when I had 120.
Yeah, very true. Suzanne Quinlan of Gleaners Food Bank on this Giving Tuesday. Thanks for all that you do, and enjoy the holiday season.
Well, yes, thank you for this, and I have to thank my whole team, because they're great, and our board of directors. I'm just one person that you know the name of, but there's a whole team behind me, and they're all great people.
That's coming up tomorrow with Giving Tuesday as well. The United Way has their matching program. McDougall Insurance is going to match donations tomorrow, and Charity and I are going to have our United Way toques on, because if you bought one, you gave one. It was a BOGO with the United Way. So Giving Tuesday gets at it tomorrow. It's the Mark and Charity Coffee Podcast, recorded here in Belleville, Ontario, Canada, in the studios of 95.5 Hits FM, where we do the morning show. You'll find it on Spotify, Apple Podcast, and right here through our social media sites. I'm Mark Philbin. We'll talk to you tomorrow morning.